red of the kill floor the cattle arrive at dawn. Or perhaps dawn arrives inside the cattle. It is difficult to tell the difference here. The sky above the plant is the color of old dishwater and unpaid debts. The parking lot glistens with a film that might be rain and might be blood and might be the secretion of some enormous invisible gland buried beneath the county. The men smoke cigarettes beside the loading docks. The cigarettes smoke the men. Everyone is being processed. This is the first lesson. Everyone is already halfway down the fucking conveyor. The cows know something. You can see it in the eyes. Not intelligence. Not innocence. Something worse, recognition. The recognition of machinery. The recognition of systems. The recognition of a destination. Disguised as a hallway, the gates open. The animals move forward, not because they are forced, because forward is the only direction reality has bothered to leave available. The entire universe appears to have been designed by a committee of corridors. Forward, forward. Forward, the concrete channels narrow. The bodies compress together. Breath rises from them in clouds. Steam from holy engines. Steam from 100 trembling cathedrals of meat. One animal turns its head, looks directly at me, not at my face. At something standing behind my face, something older, something wearing my life like a cheap suit. The animal blinks. I blink. We understand one another completely. Neither of us has any fucking authority here. The chain rattles overhead. The chain is the true national anthem. The chain sings all day. The chain sings all night. The chain has more verses than history. The chain says, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. The stunning chamber waits ahead. The workers call it different names. The knockbox, the gate, the booth. The little office, nobody calls it what it is. Nobody ever fucking does. Language is the first thing slaughtered. The bolt gun coughs. A metallic sneeze. A mechanical prayer. An industrial punctuation mark. One body falls. Another advances. The machine does not celebrate. The machine does not mourn. The machine has achieved the spiritual condition philosophers spend entire careers masturbating themselves toward. Perfect indifference. A state beyond cruelty. A state beyond kindness. The machine does not hate the cattle. The machine does not love the cattle. The machine simply continues. There is something terrifyingly divine about this. The blood channels in grooves beneath the floor. Bright rivers, red tributaries, tiny Mississippi deltas flowing toward drains. The drains lead somewhere. Everything leads somewhere. The question is whether somewhere is different from here. The blood smells sweet. People never tell you that. People imagine blood smells like violence. Blood smells like pennies and flowers, left too long in water. Blood smells like memory beginning to rot. By noon, the workers are painted with it speckled, anointed, consecrated, the saints of throughput, the apostles of production quotas, the prophets of hourly yield. A man named Eddie stands beside me. His beard contains fragments of several previous Tuesdays. He says he's worked here 19 years. 19 years. 19 fucking years. I ask him how he does it. He shrugs, he says. After a while, everything becomes your normal. Then he lights a cigarette. The cigarette burns with the calm confidence of a small personal apocalypse. After a while, everything becomes your normal. I carry the sentence around all afternoon like a parasite. Outside, the silos rise into the clouds. Inside, bodies become components. Components become products. Products become inventory. Inventory becomes profit. Profit becomes reports. Reports become meetings. Meetings become speeches. Speeches become elections. Elections become flags. Flags become wars. Wars become bodies. Bodies become components. The conveyor never actually ends. It merely changes costumes. The refrigeration rooms are cold enough to preserve regret. Rows of carcasses hang from hooks, pale and enormous. The hooks move slowly through the darkness, like chandeliers in a haunted palace, like frozen comets, like the afterlife designed by accountants. I walk among them, thousands of blank faces, thousands of absent eyes, thousands of unfinished sentences. The silence is tremendous, not empty, crowded, a silence packed shoulder to shoulder, with all the sounds that used to occupy it. Outside, evening gathers, workers leave. The machines slow. The chain continues rattling somewhere deeper inside the building. The chain never completely stops. Even when the chain stops, the chain continues. You hear it in traffic, in marriages, in hospitals, in churches, in office buildings, in schools. The endless metallic instruction, move forward, move forward, move forward. The stars appear above the smokestacks. The same stars that watched kingdoms rise and collapse. The same stars that watched mammoths die in snowdrifts. The same stars that watched sailors drown. The same stars that watch this. A truck pulls away loaded with boxes. The boxes are labeled with numbers. Everything eventually becomes a number: the cattle, the workers, the inventory, the hours, the losses, the dead, the living, the fucking stars. I stand in the parking lot. The smell follows me. It will follow me home. It will settle into my clothes, my hair, my dreams years from now. I will smell a rusty coin or wet concrete or hot machinery, and find myself back here among the drains and chains and steam. Back here in this kingdom of conversion, this republic of disassembly, this cathedral where flesh enters one door and statistics leave another. The moon rises. The moon looks exactly like an eye, not God's eye. God has long since transferred departments, just an eye watching, the way machinery watches, the way cattle watch, the way death watches, patient, unionized, clocked in, waiting for the next shift.